Direct from the Lecture Network studios in Las Vegas, here's Kristi Toguchi.
Hello, my name is Kristi Toguchi, coming to you from the TLN studios in fabulous Las Vegas. This week on NBC's America's Got Talent, the competitors finally arrived at the Las Vegas callbacks. The week began with the 70 America's Got Talent hopefuls competing to be the top 20 finalists. Bruce Block performed a comical version of the shell game called Find the Rabbi Under the Hat, and Eli Kerr presented a shadow box. Anthony Reed performed a fast-paced underwater metamorphosis, and his mentor Kevin James presented a sawing in half illusion unlike anyone had ever seen before. Anthony, Bruce, and Eli gave it their best shot, but unfortunately, it was not enough to move them on to the next round. Congratulations and best of luck to Kevin James, as he represents the magic community on NBC's America's Got Talent every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And now here's our TLN convention report from our correspondent, Scott Wells.
Hello, this is Scott Wells for the Lecture Network. My guest today here in Reno, Nevada from the International Brotherhood of Magicians Convention is Gene Anderson. Welcome, Gene. Thanks very much for coming today.
Thank you, Scott.
Gene has been a longtime friend of all of us. You've seen him at a lot of conventions. And what I think is interesting, how it is that people actually know you for being, of course, the creator of the Torn and Restored newspaper, and it's something that you had invented how many years ago?
Well, actually in 1966.
66.
So,
doesn't seem that long ago to me, but
40 plus.
I guess, gosh, how time flies. I guess that's true. And you've gone on, I mean, there have been a lot of other creations, but do you kind of feel like you almost typecast or stereotype? And there's the Torn and Restored newspaper guy. Do you like it?
Well, I like that, and I've got other stuff too, but of course, I'm most famous for newspaper magic, and keep that there only because it's novelty. And nobody else does that, so then I should, and do.
I remember when Doug Henning had performed that on television. Was that the first time it had actually been performed on TV, or had you at a network?
No, he put it on the map, in all honesty, although I'd been out there with it before. And what was interesting about that was then I got accused of doing the Doug Henning newspaper series. But he was very, very good at that and straightened that out, and so it became straight. But I taught it to him, and yeah, that's the first day, the big time.
As I recall, going back to Doug Henning, it seemed that he had a grant to go to college and study magic, actually, in Canada. And so did he come and talk with you then? I mean, he studied with Di Vernon, he studied with Slidini, and it was all part of some sort of a custom-made college credit that he had received.
Yeah, not quite true. It wasn't a college credit, but he did receive a grant from the Canada National Foundation to study magic as an art. And we were friends before that, and he said he wants to study with Di Vernon and Slidini, and did, and then he came back and debriefed with me. And so it was very important to Doug at a formative period of his life.
Good. And you've had a good lecturer for a number of years on the part-time professional, and I've always loved that term rather than being a semi-pro.
Thank you.
And that's something certainly, because whenever you are a part-time professional, you're acting in a professional manner on a part-time basis. Is that basically it?
Well, yeah, most of us, you and me included, did something else for a living but still want to make money doing magic. How do you get there? How do you stay there? And so that doesn't mean you can lower any standards on magic. When you go out to do the magic, it doesn't matter if you were busy all day long. Right then, you have to be top pro and delivering. If you can't do that, get out of the business. Simple as that. So part-time pro has to be pro when he's out there being the magician. That's what it's about.
Very good point. And there's a mini lecture for the Lecture Network that you've received. Part of the beauty here of being the International Brotherhood of Magicians, Gene is not one who is on the bill for performing a lecture or performing or doing anything here, particularly this year. He's just here to be with friends. Is that right?
Yeah, you got to come and see what's going on and keep in touch.
You need to come to our convention then as well. And we thank you very much for joining us here on the Lecture Network. This is Scott Wells and
Gene Anderson.
Until next time, we'll see you. Bye now.
Thank you, Scott. MTV's tradition to shock and disgust its viewers will continue as MTV unleashes a new magic-based television show which will focus on terrifying unaware victims. Viewers are invited to enter the mind-blowing journey through the weird, absurd, and shocking world of illusion in the new series, Room 401. The show will place these victims into mini horror movies that play out in front of their eyes. From the reanimation of the dead, to chainsaw mishaps, to sinister sushi experiences, each episode will contain 4 scares sure to tingle the spine. Rumor has it that the show will feature some of the most talented up-and-coming illusionists, including Just Incredible. The brainchild from the creators of Totally Hidden Extreme Magic, Rico De La Vega and Chris Congora, Room 401 will air on MTV on Tuesday, July 17th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Uri Geller became a 1970s superstar and made millions with an act that included bending spoons seemingly through the power of his own mind. For nearly as long as Geller has been moving compass needles with the wave of a hand, critics and professional magicians have been loudly debunking his claims of psychic ability. Recently, a group called the Rational Response Squad organization posted several video clips to YouTube demonstrating how Geller simply uses sleight of hand to accomplish the magic in his act. One slow-motion clip shows Geller quickly placing a small magnet on his left thumb right before claiming to move the needle of a compass in front of a live television studio audience in Israel. Uri Geller is accused of bending copyright laws by the Electronic Frontier Foundation. The foundation is suing Geller over clips posted on YouTube, which he claimed he owned the copyrights to, when in reality, he owned no more than 8 seconds of the 13 minutes of video. This is Kristi Toguchi with the Lecture Network in Las Vegas, Nevada. Next week, I'll see you on the Lecture Network.